This is the parts list for all you need. For the spring nut and the regular bolts, you only need 2, 1 for each side. I thought you needed 4 because I already had the Foglights and there's 4 holes. But yeah, that's pretty much everything else. If you want the panel switch in black, just make sure it's VH at the end instead of WJ. The Foglight switch, 2 front pieces that go around the Foglights. You don't have to worry about the oil filter. I just bought one while I was there. So yeah, I did get it when there was like a 25% discount during that day, but even if I didn't and I only bought 2 of each, it would probably be still the same prices right there, minus $5 for the oil filter. And so you can do the whole kit for about $150 with buying the Foglights on eBay. So good luck. To take off this little undercover here, I just undid a clip there, this front clip here, and this front clip there, and then I just let it hang like that side over there. And I forgot, there's a 10mm right there, if it'll focus on that. Yeah, 10mm bolt, and then you just pull this down once you get that undone, and it'll flop down. And this one right here. There are these clips here that you can just push out. See, I've already loosened some, but it's just popped right out. These clips here. Anybody that wants to reuse the stock piece, you can just flip it over. Pop off this piece here. You push in this tab and push it out to the front of the car, and it pops right out. The Foglight's actually only held in by 1 screw, and it's down here. But to get it into the bumper, you can go from underneath. First line up. It's hard doing it with the camera. First line up the 2 tabs there into the bumper. There's a locating pin right there, and slide it on, and then the the locking nut. The spring nut goes right here with the screw. Here's the part number for the spring nut. I ordered way too many because I pieced the kit together myself. I thought you had 4 screws for each Foglight, but it's actually only 1. So that's a spring nut part number. That's the actual bolt part number. I slid the spring nut on from this side, so the nut part of it is on the front side of the car. And then you put the screw back in. See, this is right underneath the washer tank. This little flip. I just pulled the flap down. Didn't have to take it all the way off. But this is the cable, or the wiring for the Foglight, and they already gave it to you, so just gotta unravel it. couldn't find my mat knife, so that's exactly what we'll have to do. Let's undo it. I think this is it. It doesn't really give you much wire. Yeah, you just had to pull it out a little bit further. It was kind of, mine was kind of caught up there, so I just pulled it a little bit more, free it up, and just be able to plug it in. The spring. Oh, sorry. The spring half goes on the bottom. It's still pretty tight though. I have to go look at that. Alright, I got some more room by looping it back through under and then around to the top. I think it was just wrapped around this cord and making it really tight. Sorry again. This side. Hopefully you can see anything that I'm doing, because I can't. Maybe the there we go. So the spring half goes on the bottom, clips right in. So it just slides in from the front here. I don't know how you YouTube people do one-handed videos. I'm just going to make sure all the pops around the outside are secure. Like that. It should be flush once you get it right. Some people were complaining it's not quite flush. And I think maybe that's what they're talking about. That doesn't look too bad to me. For the chrome Foglight cover piece, this is the left-hand side part number. The right hand is just 2-0 at the end instead of 3-0, but I have the box right here for you. See, I'm showing you all these part numbers because I was able to order all the parts separately for like $110 rather than the $300. Here's the actual Foglight assembly. It's both. It's the same number for both sides. You can find these on eBay for like 40 to, well, I think I paid 35, but yeah. It'll be pretty much the same thing on the passenger side. These two slots here for the Foglight piece, and then you would put the spring nut on this, and you go inside here. You can see the cord's still wrapped. I haven't cut it yet, but this is where they hide it. So that's what you plug into the Foglight on the passenger side. Okay, so next I'm going to see if I can find where this relay goes. This is the part number. It's the Foglight Relay. Just go up under the glove box. A lot of people say it's easy to reach without taking the glove box out, and some people say it's just not worth the effort of trying to fit your hands in there and just take out the glove box. So we'll see which way I can do it. I'm going to take a look without the camera first. According to the instructions, once you get under there, it's the farthest to the bottom right. Yeah, it actually looks pretty easy to climb up under the dash without removing the glove box. So I'm going to make sure that that's the only relay spot there, and I'm going to put it in. Okay, excuse the mess, this is my wife's car, so. When you climb up under the dash, you're gonna have to look straight up. And this is that relay bank right there. And should be this front one right. Where am I pointing? Right here. If I'm not mistaken. It appears to be the only one open. Oh, there's two open, but it's the most bottom one. So I'm gonna try it that way. I just looked up under there to confirm which way it goes. So it goes like this when you go in. So the two vertical leads go on the top. And it's installed. Hopefully this is still not vertical video, but so it's right there, installed. You see these wires hanging in your footwell. This is the blower motor. Just look up there, and that's where they go. Where it goes. Oops, sorry, shaking. Right there. About to do the driver's side and replace that panel with this panel because it has that blank, because it's either not possible to take that out or it's just easier to, this is $6 or $8, so part number for the panel is this, if it'll focus. And the WJ is for this ivory interior or beige, whatever you call it. If you want the black one, you take the WJ and make it a VH. So, and then this is the Foglight switch. You can't really see it through the package, but I'll take it out. That's part number for the Foglight switch. Yeah, hold on. Once you take this cover off, it just pulls down and then it hinges on here and you can just pull it out. You'll see this is where the Foglight switch plugs into. You have to be able to pop this panel off, but I think there's a screw in it. So you can push it a little bit and it pops it out, but I think in the center there's a screw, or maybe on this side. So I'm going to investigate. Alright, you can pop this panel off. You can get it started by pushing it. Well, maybe you can't. Thought you could push it, but oh yeah, there's a little access hole you could reach up and it'll be kind of hard. But yeah, either way, you can pry it off and give you some more room. I think I'm gonna take off this screw here. Excuse me, hiccups. Take off that screw, see how much room I can get to pull this panel down, because there is a screw right here on the new panel. I'll show you where the screw is. The screw goes there. So that's what I'm trying to get to. Once you take that screw, oh, see, I already popped it off. Sorry. Once you take that screw out, I just pushed this tab back a little bit and it popped out to like there, and then it was a little risky, but I just pulled a little bit and this whole piece comes off. You don't have to take off this knee board or anything, but so that's what you're trying to get to, and gotta take out this screw here. Battery's dying, but well. Okay, once you've unclipped it, like you unclip the bottom, makes it a lot easier, and then well, you take that screw out and unclip the bottom. Get to this point. Oh, can't talk to a phone that's on the seat. But you get to this point, And you can see if I can prop. Definitely hard to talk to camera and use two hands. Pass it through like that, so you can basically move this whole panel off to the side. Makes it a lot again, sorry. Makes it a lot easier. I'm gonna go wash my hands because I'm getting the whole dash. So wash your hands before you do this. You know, dash, nasty. Now to pop out these, because Foglight switch will actually go in here. Also, see this blank? Oh, see this blank? It's not necessarily a blank. You'd have to cut it out. So that's why they recommend. Nope, you'd have to cut it out. Man, I'm terrible at this camera work. You have to cut it out. That's why they recommend buying you a new one, because it's kind of a false blank. Unless you can pop this cover off and makes it easier to cut out, but not really a blank. Well, it is, but it's not a poppable blank. Alright, so I'm starting to take out these pieces, and I have these little plastic dash panel removal tools, and but I'm sure a regular screwdriver would work. But again, I need a tripod. Pop it out. Yeah, it's gonna have to show you after the fact. Alright, sorry for all that, but I got it out. I first got pop the top out with that plastic piece, and then as I was getting the bottom one, I was pushing from the front so it wouldn't just snap back in. Pushing the front of this. This is the dash illumination dimmer. So now it's free from the car. I'm just going to pop off the rest of these panels here. Okay, this one, the bottom one, is a little more annoying. You're going to have to do it with a couple screwdrivers, I think. I used one of those plastic removal tools. It's the other side that I showed before, and I shoved it under there, lifted both of those at the same time, and used a different removal tool on the bottom and popped it. So they were all holding these tabs free, and then as I had it in the right spot, it's pushed and it popped out. Swap that over to the new one. For this one, this top one, I'm gonna put a screwdriver in there and use that spudger thing, plastic one, and get off that top nub there and push it out from the front. See, I shoved it in there, I heard it click. The reason I'm using plastic is I don't want it to break. I actually, on the bottom, you can see it's kind of stressed. But I used the orange tool on the bottom and then just wedged a screwdriver where it was because I heard it click open. See, it's kind of popping out, and I'm just going to push it out through the front, or from the front, and it popped out. So this dimmer switch only clicks in one way, and it's you'll see the slant. The slant goes towards your knees, I guess, and that's how it clicks in, just like so. Now to install the Foglight switch. The Foglight switch actually goes just like the traction control switch into the, I guess, left knee panel instead of the blank or panel cover. So that's where it snaps in. I would assume that the Foglight piece switch goes with the Foglight indicators pointing down. So that's the way I'm going to install it at least. And it's snapped in. And I undid that pink tape. This is the connector for it. And it just clicks in. See if I can do it at the same time. Now to reassemble. Panel just snapped back in piece. Now just put the screw in the panel. Screws back in. It's going to be a little tougher than it was to get out because you're cutting new threads. So now just snap this piece back in. Alright, so I'm trying to snap everything back together without breaking it, so make it more difficult by holding the camera. And by camera, I just mean my phone, just because that's how I did it. Let's see. Make sure all the pieces are secure. I don't think any of these are snapped in. There we go. Alright, don't forget your screw. Make sure it goes in right. Pop this panel back in. You can see it, it's kind of really sunny right here. And hook your battery back up, and we should be good to go. Battery's all hooked back up. Let's test it. I suppose I need the keys. Alright, let's test it. Turn on the headlight. Heard it click. And they're working. Pretty cool. Hopefully this was a little helpful. I know it was terrible camera work, but it sucks holding the camera and whatever. Now, just to aim them, I'm going to have to go out later tonight and lower those panels again. I guess I'll tuck those back up until then. Alright, see you guys.